What's happening, y'all, fellow Mustangers? Been working on my 2007 Mustang GT Premium convertible. This car was, pretty well maintained and in really good shape. It only had 69,000 miles when I got it. I noticed, though, it had a bit of vibration I could feel in the steering wheel. I could feel it, like going down the highway around 65, 68 miles an hour or something like that. Previous owner showed me documentation. He recently had wheels and tires balanced and aligned, everything checked out as far as that went. So I said, what else is going on here? The tires were not out of round because I could not hear any noises. Usually you can hear when the tire is out of round or flat spotted. You can hear it, if you listen outside the car while you're driving down the highway. You'll hear that cyclical roaring noises where it's like roar, 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 roar. If the tire is the real problem. I heard none of that. All right, so what's next? I thought I would take a look at, the brake pads. They looked fine. I didn't see anything obvious, as far as them being worn out. Okay, people think it's the warped brake rotor. I've been there and done that. I know what warped rotors feel like. I jacked the car up, put it in neutral. Make sure you block all your wheels when you do any of this. And I spun the wheel around. It was only the left front, which is on the other side of the car, of course. Left front, I could feel where it was kind of grabbing. It was like very slight, and only when spinning the wheel forward. That was the most bizarre part of it. If I spun the wheel backwards, it was as smooth as could be. But if I spun it forwards, it was just a little draggy in one spot. Very bizarre. All right, so all I did was take me some brake cleaner and my compressed air, thoroughly cleaned out. Of course, I had the wheel off when I did this. Cleaned out all the brake pad, brake caliper area, wiped it off really well, wiped off the disc and everything. Just thoroughly cleaned the region relating to the brake pads and brake calipers. And then I put the wheel back on and spun it around, and it was as smooth as could be in both directions. So you tell me, how does that happen, where just cleaning the brake dust off of the brake mechanism resolved a vibration at highway speeds? Very odd. I guess it's a possibility that if yours is vibrating, at the highway speeds, you might have a warped rotor. But you'll notice that by spinning the wheel in either direction, or you'll feel it in a pulsating brake pedal, like if you're going slowly down the road, coming to a stop, you'll feel the car kind of surging if it's a warped rotor. Sure, that's possible. I didn't feel any of that on this car. So I cleaned everything in here. The vibration went away. Unreal. You spend a couple of bucks on a can of brake cleaner and some elbow grease, so to speak. That fixed my problem. I got more stories on just little maintenance issues I resolved on this car. These are things that you just have to do every so often. Standard maintenance. Follow your service manual. You can find all this stuff on the internet. I've got some other stories you'll see on my YouTube channel. Very simple things I resolved on this car. Some of them did not take very long to do either. We'll be back with more.